Beth and Rip's love story continues in the upcoming Yellowstone sequel, The Dutton Ranch, but the story will not only focus on these two legendary characters. Two incredible actors are joining the show, and we know what roles they're gonna play. Let's talk about it all. A few weeks ago, shocking news came out and we learned that Taylor Sheridan was filming a new show called Rio Palo in North Texas. Considering the name was Rio Palo and there was no mention of Beth and Rip, everyone, me included, thought that this was a new series and that Taylor Sheridan was surprising us with a new sequel within the Yellowstone universe. But a few days later, we learned the truth. Apparently, this was the Beth and Rip spinoff currently under the working title The Dutton Ranch being filmed. I'm not sure why they gave it a different name. I mean, it had to come out. Perhaps they wanted to keep things secret for a while and then announce it at a later date. I'm not sure, but we do know that the Dutton Ranch is currently being filmed in North Texas. We'll be talking about the new main lead cast members joining the show, but I want to mention some of the side characters who were cast because they tell us a little bit about the story. The cast and calls were looking for children who would be kids to a prisoner, and the description for the characters was that these kids would accompany a wife character and one of the prisoners in this scene. Another casting call was looking for an actor to play a brother to another prisoner, so we will see prison scenes, but I have no idea what the storyline can be about. We also know that they were looking for a few different roles as part of a rodeo scene, like rodeo goers, contestants, along with beer concession stand workers. Another interesting thing was that they were looking to cast boys aged 16 to 19 to appear as Dalton's friends. But we don't know who Dalton is. It may be a code word for Carter since it looks like they want to keep things a secret. The other casting calls included bar goers, so a bar scene in the Yellowstone spinoff, that's not a surprise. The most interesting thing is that they were also looking for a photo double for actor Juan Pablo Raba, so we know that he will be a part of this show as well, though we don't know what role he's playing in the series. Finally, they were also on the hunt for a male ambulance driver. Interesting, right? Now let's talk about the two new main cast members who have joined the series and they're legendary actors. The first one is Annette Bening, and I think she's the main antagonist in the show because according to Deadline, Annette will play Beulah Jackson, the powerful, cunning, and charming head of a major ranch in Texas. I mean, we already know that Beth and Rip and their son Carter moved to a new ranch hoping to get a fresh start. And we had guessed that Beth would use her business acumen and experience to become a major rancher in the area, and Rip, with his experience, would help that become true. That may be seen as a threat to already existing ranchers like Jackson, played by Annette. Are you a fan of this actress? I mean, you have to be. She has a BAFTA, 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards, 2 Golden Globe Awards, in addition to her nominations for 5 Academy Awards. She's a legend. And the other actor joining the show is also a legend. I know I used this word a lot in this video, but I can't help myself because one of my favorite actors of all time, Ed Harris, is joining the Dutton Ranch. If you guys watched Westworld, where Ed played the Men in Black, which was an iconic role, you know he was so great there. Since his character there was sort of a cowboy, I'm so excited to see what he will do in the Dutton Ranch. I thought he would be related to Annette's character, but apparently he will play a guy called Everett McKinney, a weathered veteran and veterinarian who treats animals with compassion and understanding and possesses a good sense of humor. I already like this character, so he will be helping Beth and Rip with their animals on their new ranch, right? And I can already tell that he's gonna be a badass. Now that we went over the actors, let's talk about when we can watch them. Well, the filming still continues, which means we will not be getting the show this year. Unfortunately, we have to wait until 2026, but you don't have to worry because Taylor Sheridan has other shows up his sleeve. The Madison, starring Michelle Pfeiffer, already finished filming and is due to come out towards the end of this year. Why Marshals, with Casey Dutton as its lead character, will start filming soon and is supposed to come out in the spring of 2026 on CBS. Which means the Dutton Ranch will probably be released in the fall of 2026. Exciting, isn't it? By the way, the Dutton Ranch is still the working title. They may change it later on, so when it comes to announcing the show with its first teaser, we'll finally see what the name will be. What do you think the show should be named? I actually like the title The Dutton Ranch, but I'd like to hear your suggestions. What do you think about the new castings? Would you like to see any other character from the Yellowstone universe joining the show, or are you happy with all the existing characters announced so far? Let me know in the comments. And if you want to learn more about Why Marshals, starring Luke Grimes, check out this video.